So, quick question for you. Where exactly does your money go at the end of the month? I really want you to think about that for a second. You check your bank balance, and out of nowhere, it's just zero. You're working incredibly hard, day in and day out, but somehow you're saving absolutely nothing. It's wildly frustrating, right? Well, I want you to know, if you're feeling that way, you are definitely not alone in this.
187,000. That is a jarring number. That's actually the number of families in the US alone that go bankrupt every single year. But here's the reality we really need to unpack. It is not because they don't work hard. It's simply because they were never shown how to manage their money. This is a money management problem, plain and simple. And the good news is, it's one we can absolutely solve together.
Welcome to this explainer on Financial Awareness 101, Why the Poor Stay Poor. Over the course of this series, we're going to break down money in a completely different way. There's absolutely no fluff here, just real talk, supportive guidance, and actual steps you can take. We're going to figure out exactly why that poverty cycle is so tough to break, and more importantly, how you can break out of it yourself. Let's get into it.
All right, Section 1, the 3 types of people and their money behaviors.
Okay, let's dive right into this. When we look at how people handle their finances, there are really 3 distinct types of people in the world, categorized entirely by their financial behaviors. The first group is what we'll call the poor. And the pattern here is simple, but it's really tough. Money comes in, and money immediately goes right back out. It's all about just surviving today, which unfortunately leaves literally zero room to even think about building wealth for tomorrow. The entire focus is just on getting by.
Then we have the middle class, and honestly, holding up a mirror here, this is probably where a lot of us currently sit. Money comes in, but where does it actually go? It goes straight to debt, car payments, phone installments, maxed out credit cards. The middle class kind of treats debt like it's an asset. It feels normal, but financially it is a massive trap. Now compare that directly to how the wealthy operate. When money comes in for the rich, it goes straight into assets. They treat their assets as tools. They acquire things that will actively work to make them even more money.
And this brilliantly illustrates the ultimate mindset shift. The wealthy are constantly asking themselves this one single question: how much money will this money make me? They don't look at a dollar as just something to spend. They look at it as a little worker they can deploy. So I've got to ask you directly, but totally without judgment, which type of person are you right now? You've got to be honest with yourself.
Moving on to Section 2, Needs versus Wants, Diagnosing Your Spending. To really figure that out, we need to diagnose your personal spending habits. Let's separate the truth from the noise. Needs are the things you simply cannot live without. We're talking rent, food, basic transport, and healthcare. Those are absolutely essential for your survival. Wants, on the other hand, are the things you can absolutely live without. That brand new iPhone, the 5 different streaming subscriptions, a lavish vacation, or that fancy bag. You have to ask yourself honestly, which column is the majority of your money flowing into?
Because here's the real danger, guys. Comparison culture kills your wallet. We live in a society that is constantly screaming, hey, if they have it, I need it too. Your neighbor got a new car. Suddenly you feel like you need one. Your friend took a trip. You feel like you have to travel too. Falling into that trap isn't financial awareness. It is a totally destructive comparison trap that will literally keep you broke.
Okay, Section 3, the 30-day challenge. Take control today.
So how do we actually fix this? Instead of just telling you to stop spending money, which, let's be real, never actually works, let's build a real solution. Welcome to the 30-Day Financial Awareness Challenge. You have the power to take control of this today, right now. This is how we transform your behavior from the ground up. Step 1. Grab a pen and physically write down 3 financial habits you actively want to build. Maybe it's, I'm going to track every single expense, or I'll save 10% of my income. Then, Step 2. Write down 3 bad habits you know you need to break, things like eating out all the time or impulse buying. Just get them out of your head and onto paper.
Now, why a 30-day timeline? Because simply having financial information isn't enough to make you wealthy. Financial awareness isn't just a spreadsheet, it's a habit. And as we know, habits take about 30 days of consistent, intentional action to actually stick. This timeline is crucial to moving from just passively watching an explainer to actually changing your financial reality.
During these 30 days, I want you to constantly challenge yourself with this question: how do I invest in myself? And no, I'm not just talking about putting cash into the stock market here. Start viewing your time, your physical health, and your mental skills as critical investment vehicles. That is the true bedrock foundation of wealth.
Section 4. key concepts, and our financial vocabulary.
Let's move to and see how this builds into our essential foundations. If we're going to master this topic together, we absolutely need to make sure we're speaking the exact same language. Starting with income. This isn't just your typical 9-to-5 salary, it's freelance work you do on the side, cash gifts, or rent you collect from a property. If it flows into your pocket, boom, it's income.
On the flip side of that, we have expenses. This is every single thing you deploy that income toward. Your daily food, your utility bills, putting gas in your car. If it flows out of your pocket, it is an expense.
Then we have debt. This is borrowed money, whether it comes with a high interest rate or zero interest. Debt is incredibly dangerous if it's unplanned. But remember what we said earlier. If used strategically, it's exactly what the wealthy use to build assets. It is all about how you plan for it.
Now, here's a word people often dread, but they really shouldn't: budget. We need to totally reframe this. A budget is not this horrible restriction meant to make you miserable. It is simply a proactive plan deciding where every single dollar goes before you even spend it. You are taking control and giving your money a job.
Which brings us to investment. Remember the mindset of the rich we talked about? An investment is an asset you acquire specifically to generate future returns. It's buying something today that will actively pay you back tomorrow. And it's incredibly vital we understand the difference between saving and investing. Saving is putting your money in a very safe place with zero risk, but yeah, very small growth. Investing involves risk, for sure, but has the potential for much, much bigger returns. The golden rule here? You absolutely must have savings first, a rock-solid emergency fund, before you even think about investing. Protect yourself first.
All right, let's wrap this up and review our 4 critical takeaways for today. 1. Know exactly where you are right now. Are you acting like the poor, the middle class, or the rich? 2. Separate your actual needs from your wants with total honesty. 3. Start that 30-day challenge today to build those good habits and break the bad ones. And 4. Learn these essential basics so everything else moving forward makes total sense.
And you'll definitely want to have those basics down because in our next explainer, we're going to dive right into how to build a budget in just 10 minutes. We'll be breaking down the famous 50-30-20 rule, and I promise you it is a real game changer for how you view your paycheck.
Until then, I'm leaving you with this one question to really reflect on. Which type of person are you right now? Seriously, think about it. Leave a comment below if you're committed to this journey, start your 30 days, and I'll see you in the next explainer.